Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is Friday, January the 26th at 11:01 Mountain Time. We're going to be doing messages for all signs for January 27th, which is Saturday. Then we're going to have 5 minutes of Reiki. After that, we will have free-for-all questions and cards of the day. Also, just a little reminder, right now, Reiki is on sale. 3 Reiki sessions for the price of 2. So a really good deal if you're interested in getting some Reiki. Let's get started with Aries. Aries, what I have coming up for you is that you are going to be really great about being in the moment on Saturday. You're going to be just very little distractions going on. You're not going to be distracted by, oh, I have to make so much money by such and such a time, or I have to really get this done, or I've got all these things going on. Excuse me, not that you won't have things happening, but Aries, I do feel like you're going to be very much just staying in the moment and very focused and in the moment there. Hello there, Ricky. Can you hear me this time okay? Taurus. Let's take a peek at you guys for the 27th. Taurus, I feel like you are still working on a project that is a little bit of a longer term project. And so this is a little bit of, this is something that you've been working on in your spare time, I think, for a while. This doesn't feel like it's work related to me because it feels like you're just working on it when you get the chance, whenever you get the chance. And so maybe like every weekend or every day off or whatever, Taurus. So feels to me like you are still working on that project. For a lot of you, you're getting to where you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But for some of you, I mean, this is a long-term thing. I don't see this being over real soon, but making progress on it. Okay, so there we go. That's Taurus. Thank you for letting me know, Ricky. I appreciate that. Manuela, hello. Good morning. Glad to see you here, honey. Gemini, let's take a peek at you guys. Gemini is the 27th. I think that things are going to be a lot different than what you're used to experiencing as a Saturday. I'm feeling like there are a lot of changes coming in. Some of those changes have to do with the things that you're actually doing on Saturday. I think your schedule is just different than what it normally is. So that's Gemini. Those of you who are here, if you don't mind, please go ahead and share this video. The more here, the merrier. You could hear? Okay, good. Cancer. What do I have coming up for you guys? Dano, I'm glad you made it back, honey. What I said that you couldn't hear a second ago was, I haven't seen you in a while. Did you have to go through like a third phone or what? I am fantastic, honey. How are you? What do I have going on here? Cancers, I feel like you have a situation on the 27th where people are going to be sort of waiting on you to make a decision. You're going to be sort of the hinge decider. Is that really a word? You're going to be the tiebreaker or the person who actually makes a final decision about something that people are thinking about, but there are 2 different directions that they could go in. And you're going to be the person that makes the final decision and points things in the direction that it's going to end up going. So that's for Cancers. Thank you, Ricky. You're on the 4th phone. Wow. That makes me wonder if my ex, what phone he's on now. I'm glad that one seems good. Goodness. Hello there, S. Sand. Welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you today? I don't wonder enough to call him and ask him, though. Leo. Let's look at you guys. Leo, on the 27th, I think that your focus is, having to do with financial. Some of you may be looking at putting together money for a wedding, to actually finance a wedding, whether it's yours or your daughter's, or maybe even to help with your sons. For others of you, you may just be looking at, how big of a gift can I get to take to a wedding that I'm going to? How much can I spend on a gift? There's very much a financial focus on the 27th, and I think that for a lot of you, it will have to do in one way or another with weddings or with some periphery of weddings, like bachelor, bachelorette party, what engagement shower, maybe even baby shower if that's early in the marriage. But something around that is what's coming through really strongly to me. So that may not, that's pretty specific. It may not apply to every Leo, but you know, definitely I will say bottom line is finances are a focus on Saturday. I will say that much for every Leo. Oh, ouch, Dano. I am so sorry to hear that. What happened to him? I am fantastic, Stan, and I'm glad to hear that you're good. Virgo. Virgo. 27th. What do we have coming on for you guys? Virgo, I'm hearing that there's somebody that wants you to make a decision pretty badly on the 27th, and they know which way that they want you to decide. And I think that you're just kind of feeling like whatever this is they want you to make a decision on, you can take it or you can leave it. All right. But I feel like for you to tell them, okay, let's do it your way, I think you feel like to say that would be to either encourage them or to give them an idea that you were more into this thing than you are. And so I think you're having a hard time, even though you could go either way with this thing, you're having a hard time just saying, yeah, let's just do it your way. It's almost like you think that if you say, let's just do it your way, like you're going to give them more room to maneuver than what you really want them to have in your life, Virgos. For some of you, this is your mother, especially if you're a male Virgo. For some of you, this is your mother. That you could go either way with whatever it is they want you to decide on, and you kind of don't want to say what they want to hear because you're afraid then that they will decide that they can make more decisions for you or push you into more decisions. Okay, so let's see. Oh God, Dano. Well, Dano, I don't know. I guess you missed the story. We had a few days here where I was doing Reiki for this girl that got run over by a car. Now, obviously, other people were praying for her too, and she got sent home from the hospital within a week with I don't even know how many broken bones. When I was contacted was like 24 hours, a little more than 24 hours after it happened, but she had ribs broken, air on the lungs, blood in the kidneys. They wouldn't even let her drink water. Um, that broken bone that joins the shoulder bone and the broken arm, broken ribs, I think I said. I think her legs, one of her bones in her leg, although I'm not sure about that. Anyway, she's home now. I think 5 days after she was admitted, she got sent home. And she's doing pretty well. So, I mean, your brother is somebody that is an ideal candidate for Reiki. You should definitely call me. Yes. Let's see. And the sooner the better. Sooner the better. Let's see. I don't think I've done Libra yet. Let me go ahead and do Libra. Libra, I feel like on the 27th, you have a full calendar. You've got things going on morning till night. You may have a hard time finding a chance to breathe. Um, that's all I really need to say. I think that bottom lines it all right there. Lots of things on the schedule. Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpios, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing us like walking through a door from the inside to the outside and just standing in the sunlight and just really enjoying the light of the sun. And this is winter, so enjoying the light of the sun is a little bit hard, at least in my hemisphere. But what I'm really feeling like from that is a lot of us have removed ourselves from situations that had us boxed in and had us limited and had us restricted. And now we are out in the open, full freedom outside, and the light from the sun is shining on us, which is healthy and nourishing and encouraging. And we are actually flourishing since we have stepped away from whatever that was keeping us restricted or boxed in or limited, Scorpios. I know how that applies in my life. I hope that also applies for all of you as well. That's probably one of the best messages that I've been able to bring through for us Scorpios for a really long time. Sagittarius. You know, when you're 17, you just do some silly things. You don't have comprehension of consequences like you do when you're a little older. I mean, science even proves that. You can't be too mad at the kid. He was just doing what kids do. Well, let's see what Reiki can do with it, Dano. We like to keep the doctors confused. In fact, I was talking to that girl who was run over by the car. I was talking to her mom yesterday because her mom got a reading from me after her daughter had gotten home and everything was settled. And I said, "What did the doctors think about her rate of her healing?" And she said they were confused. They were like, "Well, let's do another CT scan. Let's do another list. Let's take another look at that." So you never know. It would be fun to confuse your brother's doctors too, eh? Sagittarius. Let's take a peek at you guys. Sagittarius, I have the sense that on the 27th, you're going to be doing something very creative, thinking outside the box, something different from what you normally do. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. I think you're going to come at it with a laid back attitude. You're not going to be, like expecting, an award-winning sculpture out of this deal, but you're just going to enjoy what you're doing with your creativity, Sagittarius. Have fun with that. Yeah, definitely call me. Call me today. You've told me before you're going to get a hold of me. I don't think we've ever talked yet. Don't procrastinate. Quit that silliness. Call me today. Let's see. Those of you who are here and who have not shared yet, please do so. We've got 3 more signs and then we're going to do Reiki. Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn, what I'm hearing for you is the 27th is a really smooth rolling day. It's like much smoother than you could even anticipate or expect. So if you have news you're breaking to somebody and you're not sure how they're going to take it, or you have some things going on and you're just not sure how well they're going to go, I think Capricorns, you're going to be surprised at how smoothly everything just glides together and fits and works out. Did we? Okay, Dano. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hello. You got to watch me. I don't take enough fish oil. Gotta watch me. I don't take enough fish oil. That's all I could say. Now I'm blushing. I can even see myself blushing in the camera. LaShawn Treese, hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you in the room. Lanice Jones, hello, hello. Glad to see you. How are you? I had it stuck in my brain like all the times you said you were going to call, and then I was expecting it and it didn't happen. So my apologies. I know. I'm lucky that way, huh? Otherwise, people would probably chop my head off and not think twice. Let's work on Aquarius now. Pacify Dano a little bit. Can we have a good message for Aquarius today? Let's see here. Let's see here. Aquarius, you definitely have some jokers showing up in your life. Probably one for each of you. Not like a whole troop of them. But you do have somebody coming into your life that, I think jokers, I actually use kind of a kind word. This is somebody who is more of a trickster type personality, trying to get away with whatever they can get away with. So just, be aware. This does not feel like it's a huge big deal, but it is a good time to be aware of what's really going on, and be aware of ulterior motives that people may not be telling you about, Aquarius. Your birthday's next week. Which day? Pisces, 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 Pisces. Pisces, what I'm feeling for you guys is that there's somebody that has been coming at you that has really wanted you to agree to something, and sort of give the go ahead on something, whether that's the start of a new relationship or the restart of an old relationship or the start of a project, or, it could be even like a vendor that wants you to give the go ahead on letting them provide services to you. Somebody is waiting on the green light from you, Pisces, and I think on the 27th, you're going to be giving them that green light. You're going to be giving them the go ahead. Okay, yeah, let's try this. Are you seriously, Dano? So my neighbor that I'm kind of getting to know right now is also born on the 1st. That's trippy. Tammy Bambi, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you today? Okay, so we've got all of the signs knocked out. Let's do some Reiki. We're going to make this intention for whatever will benefit each one of you the most as individuals. If you have something specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to adjust that intention. For those of you who are watching after the broadcast is over, please realize that you can set the intention to receive the Reiki, and it'll do you just as much good as if you were here as I was actually transmitting it out to the YouTube world. Okay, so let me go ahead and get that started. Okay, so it's 11:19. We're going to do this till 24 after. Nora, I am doing fantastic, my dear. I hope you are well. Yep, really, really. Yeah, he and I are getting along pretty good. We're taking it nice and slow and easy. But so far, so good. And yep, exactly the same birthday. In fact, I'm actually getting a reading for him from somebody else. He had this spirit attached to him that was a lady that used to date him a long time ago, and I thought it would be a good idea to get a reading for, so that they could tie up any loose ends or whatever. You're feeling good about the guy? That's cool. Busy without progress? That's always such a bummer. Well, you're just in time for Reiki, Nora. Thank you, Nora. Yeah, I just don't think it's appropriate for me to give him this reading. Somebody else can do that. La da 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 da. You guys are pulling a lot of energy. Yay. La da da da. So, Dano, did we ever do a free Reiki session? Thank you, Nora. We've got a lot of base chakra, a lot of heart chakra, a lot of energy going into the back, into the spine in the back. Okay, okay. Well, call me today. Let's at least talk about the idea of your brother. La da 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 da. You're feeling energized? Two more minutes. Obviously, while I'm doing Reiki is a great time to talk about Reiki, guys. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. As far as any questions about Reiki. It's never too early to talk about it, and especially when you've got something that happened suddenly and quickly like that, the quicker you can let me start working on him, the more impact it'll have. So don't wait too long. That's like with that little girl, they waited 24 hours until she was bruising and swelling, and she was kind of hitting the wall on pain. And I mean, I'm able to help at that point, but it's much better if I can come in earlier. Did you have so much energy? Were you up cleaning the house from top to bottom? Yes, yes. We would want to talk to him. Yeah. So probably in that case, because he's 17, we would want to talk to him, and we would also want to talk to his parents, or at least one of his parents. Yeah. This would still help, but the sooner the better. Like, don't just put it off and put it off and put it off. Lenise Jones, then you can set that intention for energy. Right? Forgot to silence my phone. Oops. Alrighty, let's finish this up. And let's do some free-for-all questions and card of the day. Card of the day, card of the day, card of the day. Well, let's do some Reiki for him before that other surgery. COD for LaShawn. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. Okay. La da da da, la da da. Okay, so LaShawn, what you got is the Eight of Swords. This just tells me that you have a situation right now that you're feeling like you don't know how to move forward with. The Eight of Swords is really a key tip-off card because it lets you know that even though you're feeling paralyzed in this situation, the reason you are is not that you are actually immobilized. The reason that you are is because of how you're seeing this, your perspective as you're looking out at this situation. So what you want to do, wherever it is you're feeling immobilized, LaShawn, you want to step back, look at this from the viewpoint of your neighbors, somebody that's objective, somebody that's not involved in the situation, and try to picture what would be their reaction if you would tell them the story of your situation. Now, if that doesn't bring you a new perspective, then actually find somebody who is objective and ask them if you can bounce a story off of them and see what they think. because hearing somebody else's perspective on this is going to help you to get a new perspective a lot. And that's all you really need to break free of the situation and be unparalyzed, if that's even a word, is the ability to be able to look at it differently. Tammy Bambe wants a COD. Tammy, the Lenormands want to talk to you today, so we're going to use that deck for Tammy Bambe. Ricky, that is a beautiful, perfectly worded question. Thank you. Okay, Tammy Bambe. House card and then cover card. House card first. Oh, you've got the key. That's a nice card. Oh, man. I thought you were going to get the clouds. You got the mountain. Very similar. All right. So when you've got the house card of the key and then you've got the mountain, this is telling me that the reason there's some kind of situation in your life that you're having a hard time figuring out, what's the problem? And the reason is there's some kind of obstacle. So now normally if you're trying to figure out what's the problem and there's an obstacle, you can see it. So the fact that this is coming up as an obstacle, and I'm assuming you were looking for what's the problem, I'm going to say this is some kind of like mental, emotional, spiritual resistance that you have to something happening. So like for an example, and I don't know that this is what's going on with you, but say that, you want to earn so much per month or so much per year, and you're having a hard time actually meeting that goal. It may not be so much what you're actually doing in the physical as much as it's what you have going on in the spiritual. You may have some resistance or a blockage there going on. So this is telling me that the key to reach whatever goal it is that you're reaching for that you're not getting is to remove this resistance. Okay? And that's for Tammy Bambe. I hope that makes sense to you, my dear. Now I'm going to silence my phone while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so Ricky wants to know, should she get a blood test on Monday? Should Ricky get the blood test that she's thinking about getting on Monday? Hmm. I don't know what you're getting your blood test for here, but it looks to me like somebody else wants you to have this blood test, and they're sort of like, they're kind of stepping into your territory where you should be making decisions, and they're trying to push you around about this. I don't feel like this is necessarily your friend. This may be somebody who actually like stands to profit from you having this blood test. And I also see it being a little bit of a struggle for you to do this. So maybe it's a struggle for you to go to the location. I don't know exactly. I don't see these people working with you. I just don't. It does look to me like if you have this blood test, it strengthens your position with these people. So if it's very important to you what these people think of you or how they view you, then it might be best to get this blood test. But everything here, like I really wouldn't. I don't see these people as appropriate partners for you in any way, romantically, business-wise, or otherwise. I see it being a colossal pain in the patootie, and I really see them sticking their noses in where it doesn't belong. So like I said, it really depends how much you want them to think well of you, because if you get this, they'll think well of you. So that's up to you, my dear. But now you've got the skinny on it. You'll be quicker today. You don't want a cod, you want a salmon. Card of the day for Lorraine. It's not the deck that I'm shuffling right now, but I do have a deck that literally shows a salmon. And if that deck had been the deck I used for you, and if I would have got the salmon card, I would have laughed my butt off. Now watch, there'll be a salmon card in this deck that I'm just not thinking of, and it'll show up or something. I don't think there is. Okay, Lorraine, here's your salmon card. Three of Cups, this talks about spending nice time with friends, enjoying their company. This can be in person, this can be on video call, phone call, this can even be email with friends going back and forth or text message back and forth and just enjoying the interaction. But usually it's something that's more live or on video call. It has more of a live feel to it. A Sand wants a COD. Alrighty, S Sand. Okay. I hate to see this energy. You've got the Six of Swords showing up, honey. Today, Six of Swords energy to me, when it's reversed, talks about like the follow-up of a situation that started out right side up. When the Six of Energy Sword reverse starts out, it starts out right side up, and it starts out as you realizing that you're in a situation or a relationship that is depleting you. It's not leaving you with any energy or anything. And so you decide, you know what, I have to leave. Look how this person is sleeping on the back of the swan. Like they're so depleted, they can't even stay awake for the trip. All right. Now, what you've got is you have this card coming up in reverse, which guess what this tells me? You're going back. You're going right back in to that depleting situation. Don't do it. That's what I want to say. Looks like you are. I hope that you have some kind of reason to expect that it's going to work out better than it did before us, Sand. Manuela, COD for Manuela. Don't do it. Okay. Manuela, Manuela, Manuela. Okay, my dear, what you have is the Empress card in reverse. I think that there are going to be some people around you who are frustrating you today. You're going to wish that you could bop them on the head with the little scepter that she's holding in her hand there. Shape up. That's what I think about for you, Manuela. Either it happened within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours, but that's what I think about your COD. Dano. When will Dano finally get a lawyer? It's going to be the second to third week of February, honey. Champagne Sea. Hello, hello. I don't know if you've been in the room before. Glad to see you here, honey. Good, good, Dano. And if you need to, give your mom my number. If she has any questions, have her call me. I'll be happy to answer any questions directly for her. You know, that way you're not struggling to answer questions you don't know the answer to. And of course, she's not going to be, you know, pressured into anything because, you know, I'm not that type of person. Oh, seems as if you're always the one to initiate. Lenise Jones, when will Anwar reach out to her? When will Anwar reach out to Lenise? Well, the first question I asked, actually, after I said, when will Anwar reach out to Lenise, I went back and said, will Anwar reach out to Lenise? Anwar is not going to reach out to you unless you initiate. Anwar is feeling pretty intimidated about reaching out to you. It feels to me like there's a guilty conscience thing going on there. And I think that he's expecting that if he reaches out to you, he's going to have a hand chopped off or something. So he's not even going to be so bold unless you reach out first, honey. You want the high priestess, huh? That's not exactly a salmon. Diamond Rain. I don't do those types of messages here in this because it's a whole different type of tuning in than what I'm doing for psychic readings. So for mediumship tuning in, that is going to have to be something you would get a private reading for. Okay. I just don't do those here. It takes too much time up when I'm trying to answer too many people. You're quite welcome, LaShawn. Love and light to you. You're quite welcome, Tammy Bambi. La da 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 da. Champagne Sea. Show me why she feels like she has a dark cloud around her. Is there anything more to this than just her perception? Well, honey, part of the reason you have a dark cloud around you is because you have a lot of indecision going on. And the other part of the reason you feel like you have a dark cloud around you is because your work does not make you happy. It's not satisfying. It's not fulfilling. So it's like, oh God, I have to go in there. I mean, how many hours do we spend at work, for Pete's sake? If you have a straight out hourly 40-hour job, you're looking at 40 hours a week. That gives you what, 3, 4, 5 hours to play during the day when you spent 8 hours at work? And that's if you don't sleep much. So yeah, if you want this cloud to go away, the first thing you're going to have to do is find some work that actually makes you happy, something that calls upon your creative juices, something that you actually want to move forward in. Honey, right now, if they offered to promote you at the job that you're at, you would be like, oh God, no. Find something that you would want to be promoted at. Find something that you would want to take on more responsibilities at. And on top of that, you got some idiot around here that's like stepping all over your toes, stepping into your territory, trying to tell you what you should be doing and not giving you any say-so over your own self. That's another reason you feel like you're under a cloud, because you're so busy trying to jump through hoops for this idiot. You know, I'm sorry if you love the idiot, but yeah, they're an idiot. They're trying to tell you what to do. They don't even have control of their own life from what I'm feeling. No, 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 no. You do have a cloud around you. You have that idiot and you have work that you don't love. All your hours are taken up with cloudiness. You're going to have to make some major changes in your life to get out from under those clouds, honey. Marsha Knowles, hello, hello, welcome. Did you get my message on my voicemail on your Skype the other day, Marsha? Oh, that's interesting, Ricky. You are not too late so far. The alarm has not gone off. Okay, Tammy, have a great day, honey. Peace out. Namaste. Oh, there might have been salmon. That duck does like fish. Let's see. I still have the card in front of me. You know what? That could be like salmon and rice on the plate next to the apples. It's kind of hard to tell. You might have got salmon after all. You're quite welcome, Ricky. Let's see. You're welcome, Dano. Right? Dodging the bullet is always good, especially on something like that. Well, being a mom is work. And if it's not feeling very fulfilling to you, you know, you may not be somebody who's cut out to just be mom. You may feel like you have to have, you know, those deadlines to keep you on your toes and all of that stuff. You may feel like you need adult interaction. Doesn't mean you don't love the kids. Just means you might need a little bit more to feel stimulated. Okay, so that was the alarm. So I'm done with answering questions and doing cards of the day. What are the next items you should buy at Target? Are you kidding me? Make a list, Carla. I'm not here to make your grocery list, okay? Good. I'm glad to hear you got that message, Marcia. I hadn't heard back from you, so I didn't know if you had any questions or if you understood. Anyway, now I'm supposed to make grocery lists. I gotta watch you guys, don't I? I just gotta watch you guys, just like you guys gotta watch me. All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here, for keeping me company. Don't forget, Reiki is on sale right now. 3 sessions for the price of 2. In the recording that I put out, I said 2 sessions for the price of 3. That was wrong. Who would buy that? 3 sessions for the price of 2. So if anybody has been thinking about Reiki, this is definitely the time to contact me for that. And thank you for being here. Those of you who would like to have a reading or Reiki, all you have to do is find my contact information on my website, which is www.amista.info. You guys are absolutely fantastically wonderful, and I appreciate you all so much. Have a great day.